So, the concept of inner heaven, what I'm cultivating is more love, more beauty, more presence, more openness, more creativity, more joy in my inner self so that I can express that in my external environment. And that's really the concept of inner heaven. Now, does that mean that right here, right now, my external environment is heavenly? No, it's actually not. It's the opposite. That's why anchoring into my inner heaven has been it has been such a blessing, a medicine, a healing balm, and it's the only way that I could have gotten this far. And I want those frequencies of love, beauty, joy, creativity, openness, authenticity to be expressed in the things, not only in my environment, but the things that I create, the spaces that I create, the experiences I create, the physical things I create, even in the way I dress, even in the way I speak. I just want it to be an expression of my inner self, my innermost self, which is the inner heaven. Like, the inner heaven is you without any of the limits or the conditioning or the trauma or the pain. It's the purest essence of you, and everyone has that. And it's a journey to not only tap into it, but also the next phase is expressing it, and that's a whole nother animal. And that's what I'm using this channel for, is to express these ideas and to say that, the concept of inner heaven is not all like perfect. It's not perfect. It's very imperfect. You're gonna come up against so many negative forces in other people, and people you thought would never betray you, and people you thought would always support you, and people who are supposed to, like, in like a society way, like support you, like your family, your partners, your friends. Like, people are going to see a light in you and unconsciously attack you and want you to fail. And it's heartbreaking. But I'm used to it now. There comes a point where the shock factor is kind of like, it's dull, because you're like, okay, you realize what's happening. It's just that these people have not found their inner heaven. They don't have peace within themselves. And so when they see somebody embodying peace and working and creating, it's like they want to come and poke the bear, and they want to trigger you, and so that they can say, see, look at you. When you stick up for yourself naturally, right? When you hold strong boundaries, because that's also what's needed to cultivate heaven, is to hold strong boundaries. Hey, I don't like the way you treat me. I don't like you. Stay away from me. Like, I don't have a problem saying that with people. And then people would say that I'm like fake or a poser and phony, because I don't know. They think that having boundaries and having self-respect and saying no means that I'm mean, I'm evil, I'm a poser, I'm a liar, I'm whatever. And here's the funniest part about it. When you're so self-aware, you realize that what they're speaking to you are just all self-confessions. And so you let them. You're like, okay, what else am I? You're right. Okay, what else? Okay, yeah, I see that. Totally, yeah. And you just begin to agree with them, and it's like, that's next level alchemy. It's just accepting all of it and being like, okay, what I'm seeing in front of me is someone highly triggered by my light and my peace and my spiritual authority, my spiritual beauty, and my light is irritating them because they haven't met that within themselves, and all they're doing is trying to, quote unquote, knock me off the pedestal that they perceive me to be in, a pedestal in which I never asked to be on. I focus on myself. I focus on building myself and creating on what I need to do, what God told me to do, not in competition with anybody. But these people who have a big, huge ego, haven't met their inner heaven. They're in survival mode and in competition with literally everybody and everything. Everything is a me versus them. It's a black and white. It's like the duality of, picking a side. There's no oneness. There's no seeing the beauty in the all, right? And so these people put you in a position to be like, okay, no, I don't want you around me. And then when you speak those things, it's like ammunition for them to claim and to be even more mean to you and to be even more cruel and to say, see, look at her. she's not who she says she is, when I clearly am. I don't have anything to hide. I am not nice to everybody. I don't think I should be. Being nice to everybody gets you, has gotten me personally, just completely taken advantage of and run over. And I think that's the case for a lot of people, especially a lot of the women that I work with, and even men. You cannot just be nice to everybody. No, not everybody has good intentions. Like, I used to think that. I used to live in this realm of just love and light. And I realized in like a couple relationships ago, I was brought into this really dark family that smiled in my face but hated me on the inside. And they took all these actions against me. In the end, that led me to see, like, wow, like, people really will pretend in front of your face, and I don't have time for that. I don't have the energy for that. Like, if I don't like you, I will tell you. And yeah, and you know, and I appreciate when people tell me, and then I'm just like, okay, stay away from me, and I'll stay away from you. We don't have to cross paths. But I don't like the fakery, you know. And so yeah, there's all of these facets of the inner heaven that are not perfect at all. They're not perfect at all. But when you can really truly say what it is that you like and what it is that you don't like, and you can be firm in your boundaries, you can start to refine even more the relationships and the environments that you're going to be in, because you're like, okay, I now know what I don't like for sure. So I'm not going to be in these places. I'm not going to be in these relationships. I'm going to get myself into a place where I am completely sovereign. I don't have to rely on anybody or anything. So anything that I invite into my life, I do so because I want to, not because I have to. And then you, again, become a little bit more embodied in your inner heaven. And it's a process. It's a constant tilling the soil, so to speak. And so, yeah, the inner heaven, it's a journey. It's a very beautiful journey as well. And, you know, it's a state of flow state once you get to a point where you're so focused on your visions and your creation that even when the darkness comes and tries to trigger you or pull you out of your state, and it may happen sometimes, and that's part of the process. Like, we have to go there. We have to bring out our Lilith sometimes. We have to be like, oh, hell no, like, heavens no, or whatever. And we have to show people, like, we're not the one. But you always know where to go back. Is in the inside, is in your sacred center, and is into your inner heaven, so that you can come back out again and begin to work on your vision and create, and to be an expression of your most deepest divine highest self. And divinity is not only light and love, it is darkness. And I think people get that very confused about me. They see me and they think just because I'm talking about divine love, beauty, joy, all of this stuff, that I don't go the complete opposite if I'm pushed to that limit. Like, F around and find out kind of thing. And I don't hide that about myself, but I think people get very triggered in a presence of somebody who is very authentic and who does embody both light and dark, and doesn't have a problem with saying that. Like, I don't have to be sitting here plotting and planning on other people and saying one thing but meaning another. All that manipulation, that is so much creative energy wasted for me. Like I said, if I don't like you, I will tell you. And if you don't like me, please tell me, because we don't have to. Okay, I respect that. I respect that you don't like me. I don't have to waste my time to be around you. I don't want to be around anybody who doesn't like me. I don't want to be around anybody who I don't like. I don't want to look into your life. I don't want to know what you're doing. I don't really care. I'm focused on my inner heaven and my vision, and my building an environment that is an expression of my true self. And you don't belong here. So goodbye, you know? Anyways, I'm building a community of divine feminine creative beings that are all working on our visions, that are all into embodiment work, into emotional alchemy, into ceremony, and reaching our goals. Really ambitious women who have a lot to share, gifts to share. And I would love to invite you. If this calls to you, if these kind of concepts and ideas call to you, I would love for you to click the link and join our circle. We host online circles, and it's really a safe, sacred space for us to just be ourselves and to love each other and to see the oneness within each other. You know, that's what's so beautiful about these women's communities, is that we look for similarities rather than differences. That's really important in these safe, sacred spaces, because we're all attracted to the idea of bringing about our inner heaven. And so we all have similar values. And not to say that everyone is going to think the same. That's not what this is at all. It's about us honoring our unique expression as a divine feminine creative being, but also deeply honoring and connecting to the oneness that's within all of us. And so we can hold both of those realities, and when they come together, it's a really beautiful experience to see the divine in another, and to honor that, and to celebrate that, and to rejoice with that, and to bring positivity into the space, but also hold space for the darkness that may arise. And so yes, please join us, Temple of Creatrix. Thank you for watching.